often methodical pattern of manipulation, coercion, and control designed to exploit a partner for sex, money, or power.
Okay, can I respond to
So
that
so
one?
who so
Can
who
I respond to that?
coerces?
So
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
so
wait.
I would say that
Real
strippers
quick. Wait, wait, wait,
People
real
go
quick.
to the
comedy.
strip
They
club. The
Who
strip
are
club don't come
coerces
to
the old
people.
man to go to the strip club? Did the stripper roll his wheelchair in the fucking strip club?
hold on,
And
hold
he
on.
calls the
Hold on, hold on,
prostitute. The
hold on. Let me
prostitute
get,
don't
hold on.
go
No.
up to him.
Let me continue to read. Let me continue to read. It says that these individuals often mirroring grooming tactics used on children, targeting vulnerable adults to create dependency and isolation.
Yes, that's
So
not
they're
what a stripper
basically
does, though.
exploiting their sexuality. Because again, we all know that there's a lot of lonely men out there, and there's a supply
This
and
nigga
demand,
sound like an
and there's
But
incel.
Does the
nobody's dragging
stripper
him into the strip
do
club
the
or
stripper
dragging him
does
to
the
call these
stripper push his
prostitutes.
wheelchair
yes,
into the strip club
she is
from
a
his
predator.
house?
She is a predator.
How? She's at her job. They come into her job. She's not a predator.
She's exploiting people for sex and money.
Right, she's
How?
literally
She's
at
at
By
work.
her
using her
job.
sexuality.
Yo,
That's how.
hey,
She's
Tone,
at work.
McDonald's
That's
be
how.
Yeah.
hey,
She's
McDonald's
at
exploits
work.
your hunger.
Sexuality.
I guess
She is
McDonald's
at
exploits people's hunger.
right,
Oh,
right.
bro.
Cause see, it's like these niggas. They say anything to be against a woman, bro. And I see that weird shit that they be
Right.
doing. Like, and that shit
Don't
is
do
weird to
that.
me, bro.
Keep it fair.
But
Keep
that
it fair.
lady is at work, and these men are going to her. These women are
Right.
sitting on the fucking corner. These men are going to her. She's
Literally.
not
Right.
asking them for nothing. They coming to her,
Nope.
making her
Yeah.
offers.
She
So how is
works
she the
Yeah.
there
predator?
She
Right.
because
just
she
on
She
goes
display.
come up the
because she
pussy like
jumps
a
in her
gun, like give me
car
that money.
and drives to an
Ah,
establishment.
bro,
Okay.
your whole
She's
mindset is women are
Travel.
the fault for
exploiting men.
everything.
The whole
In your
atmosphere,
mind, the women are
the
wrong
whole
for everything,
purpose
bro. Like
is for
you know
dollars to
what?
be thrown at her.
Yo, and
I
in your
was
mind,
I
all
was
women is whores. You just said
I
all women was
was I
whores. So,
was I
so
was trying to
like
say
you trying to
I,
explain that shit to me won't even work.
Afi was trying to say something real quick. Yes, it would definitely for me, the stripper would definitely be on that same type of thing too, because technically though, because you don't have to patronize you don't have to go. But at the same time, when you do get in there, you cannot exploit and take advantage of people like that, man. I pay
It's
you.
not
I
taking
pay you.
advantage of people, though.
I pay you 20. I go. I pay you
Yeah.
20. I go to the bathroom. It's only 200 left, and I came with three.
You got
Nah,
your
that's your
ass
fault for
full
Right.
leaving
of
your money on the
guns.
bar.
No, no.
See,
I'm
That's your
wait,
fault.
Exactly.
hold on.
no. I'm
I'm not
saying
trying to
though.
yell over
Like, what
y'all.
if?
I'm
That's
not
your
Like,
trying to.
like,
fault.
what if I go to
Hold
the
on.
strip club and I
Let me
none?
done.
I ain't saying leave my
I ain't
money.
gonna. Goddamn,
Oh,
yo. I'm not trying to yell over everybody.
right on.
So look at it. This how you have to understand it, Afi. The strip club is a restaurant that sells asses and titties.
Right.
So you go to a restaurant to get, you go to a regular restaurant to get food, right? You don't say that the server, the waitress is trying to exploit your ass out of money. They
Right,
just doing their job. Their job is to bring you food and to do a good job, and
right.
then you go to, and hope you gonna tip them for it. So when you go to the
Right.
strip club, she walk in, she bring you ass and titties, and she hopes that she does a good job, so you'll give her a tip for it. It's
And
the
you
same
do it.
Right.
shit. Ain't
You're not a
nobody
Yeah.
predator.
exploiting nobody.
You the
That
predator,
Right.
that's
not
just
her.
her.
It's funny.
That's her
It's
doing
funny.
her job.
I'll,
You the
I'll be the
Yeah.
predator.
yeah,
That's logical.
right.
Right.
You the pervert.
No, I
You're
would
the
not be the
pervert
predator
because you're
because I
going to the
walked
strip
into a
club.
So
strip
look.
It's
club
hard
and
to
threw
make
It's
it.
some
logical.
ones. What the
Nah.
hell?
You tried to be a predator. She tricked your ass.
His
That's
logic
what
is
happened.
his logic
Right.
is comparing a hardworking woman
Right.
to a
I
woman
had to,
that's
I had to, I
going
had to light
of
the mood to make y'all
throwing
laugh,
ass
man. It was starting to
titties.
become
First of
Iraq
all, her
around this
tits are
bitch.
nowhere on the same universe. Are you saying that a woman
You
that
think
works
it's
inside?
easy to be a
Hold on,
stripper?
wait, brother. We're talking about remember, it's about exploitation, right?
He
So
said you
if
think it's
this
easy
Well,
to
woman
be
well,
a
well,
stripper.
at
Jose,
the restaurant,
that actually
hold
wouldn't apply
on,
to a strip
if
club. I
that
was making
woman
a
is
joke. We could
working
talk about sex work though. Now, sex work could be exploitation
How? They just standing there. You going up to them again.
because no, 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 no,
You
no. Let
going
me
to
tell
them.
you why.
They're not
Because
calling your phone. They're not
because
coming to your house unannounced. You going to them, bro.
Some bitches be forced into sex work game. You know.
Yeah, that too. But you going to them, bro. They're not coming to
That's
you.
the exploitation. The pimp is
oh,
the
okay,
one
okay,
exploiting
okay.
the woman.
No,
That's
because
the
that's matter of fact. Because
Right,
Tone, I wanted
that's
to
where the
right,
ask that question
exploitation
to the
is.
room. Would sex
right.
work fall into that conversation? Like
They're not predators,
prostitution,
bro.
Pornhub, like pinky,
They're not
like
predators.
would
They're
they
not
fall
predators.
into that type of Corey
Hey,
got you.
what nigga
They're
said
not
this nigga
predators, bro.
exploited me because I
Got
bought
you.
some pussy?
Got you. Okay. I
She
was just
preyed on
asking.
me.
Nigga exploited, gang.
She preyed on me. You sound crazy, bro.
Goddamn,
No,
she
I was just
got me. I
asking the
bought some
question.
pussy
That's
from her.
all. Because I
Goddamn.
just I
Right,
just
Yeah,
wanted to
right,
have an idea
right. She
of
preyed on me. I gave
looking
that
at
bitch
it.
$200.
hey,
Right, right,
You
right.
sound crazy,
You
bro.
don't have to go send the 200. You don't got to go to the strip club. You don't got to go looking for a
should have got that
streetwalker.
street.
Let me ask you this. If, like you said, because y'all talk about this restaurant. So let's say that I have a plate. Hold on. You come up to me and ask for a plate, but I tell you, like you just said, this plate is $200. How am I not exploiting you?
Huh?
Selling your
You can
plate
go
for
to a different
$200.
restaurant.
Yeah, leave.
You can go to a different. You
No,
can go to
brother.
a
Hold
restaurant
on.
where the steak
Look,
is
that
$10.
hold on, wait. That doesn't
Nigga,
hold on,
you
brother.
You
know
don't
it's
gotta go
good,
That,
to
hold
the
bro.
on,
two
Steak
hold on.
hundred
ass
dollar
people
steak
don't
Hold
pay
on.
that
restaurant.
shit, bro.
That
Right,
doesn't
They
right.
really
You
get
don't
paid.
gotta go to the $200 steak
that
restaurant. You can go to Denny's. You can
Take
Right.
go to
your
the
ass to
strip
hold
club where
on.
the
Applebee's.
bitches got
That
one leg
argument,
and the fucking
Two
bullet
for
hole and
20 over
bullet
there
and bullet
at
wounds.
Applebee's, nigga.
that
They got
Yeah,
two
you
argument,
for
can go
20
to the
at
strip club
Applebee's,
where they
bro.
got bullet wounds and nice.
that
They got bullet
argument,
wounds and shit.
Applebee's
brother,
good too, folks,
that
and they cheap.
argument, brother, that argument still doesn't change the fact that she is exploiting it.
In
Regardless,
your mind, you're
hold on,
right. In your
hold on,
mind,
hold on.
all women is
Regardless,
whores to you,
hold
bro.
on, let
So
me land
you
my plane.
you
Let me
having
land
this
my plane.
conversation with me is not
Hold
gonna
on, let me
work
land my
because you think
plane.
all women is whores. So
Regardless
no
if
matter
the
what you say,
customer
everything's
wants
gonna be
to,
the woman's fault, bro.
regardless
I
if the
can't agree
customer
with you. I can't
regardless
agree
if
with you,
the
bro.
Right.
customer wants to leave or not, she herself is still exploiting her. Just like when
How?
you, I said it was a bad analogy about the waitress and the stripper because those are
The
two
same shit.
different universes. They do not get tipped
It's a
the
service.
Same
same.
shit, Jose.
Hold on,
A
hold
Some
on.
service is a
waitresses
They
are
It's
do
not a
service.
not
bad
strippers.
get.
A
analogy though.
service is a
They
service.
do
A
Some
not
service is a,
get.
some
we comparing
waitresses
the
are
service.
strippers too, so they're the
Hold
same
on,
thing,
brother.
bro.
Let me land my plane.
Go ahead.
They're not in the same universe. A waitress could probably make $40 or $100 in tips. A stripper could make up to like $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 in a night. That goes back to my
You
analogy
mad?
about hold on.
You
That
need
goes
to
back
go
to my
strip.
other analogy about if I was to serve a
Or,
plate.
or pimp
Hold on.
on them.
I was to serve a plate for $200 while somebody else is serving it for $20. Out of the two people, who's the exploiter? Who's the one that's trying to exploit somebody?
No,
The person that's
a
trying to
stripper and a
do it,
waitress
or the
is the
person that's
same
trying to
thing.
exploit it?
So
Because
He
it's
stripper,
an
making
a person
argument
that
he
that
shake their
no,
somebody
ass
you fishing for no
wouldn't be
Jose
exploiting
Jose
nobody.
no
You
hang
don't
on.
gotta go.
exploiting.
Right?
He is
Don't play the game, bro.
Jose
Don't
is
play the
fishing
game.
for a connection that's not there. The comparison was in
Right.
service, not the item that's fucking not the
That's
restaurant serving
selling
Yes,
it.
sir.
food. So
We got you.
so
I
since
got you.
the comparison is in service, again, the same way they got Denny's, they got Roof Chris. The
hmm
same way they got
Mm-hmm.
Magic City, they got the hole in the
Mm-hmm.
wall cheating spot. It's
Mm-hmm.
you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? It's all relative. You know, it's still people selling a service. Neither one of them are exploiting you because you
Yeah, they're not
freely
Right.
forcing
walk
you to
your
be
ass.
there.
You
He
freely
just
Right.
want
walk
pussy
your
to be
ass in that
cheaper.
building. You freely
Matter
Right.
of
walk your
fact,
ass in
matter of
that
fact,
You
building.
when
want
you
a
went
little
to, because
set
I've been
price
to
for the
three strip
pussy.
clubs. When you
You wanted some good nasty pussy, so you went in a strip club and got you a bitch for the night. That's
right,
Well,
right,
all.
right, you
Jose,
got your little
Jose
But
eater.
now,
keep
if you're
Now
looking
That's
for
Marlon,
a
your
wife,
wife,
Jose.
young nigga.
if you're
Watch this, watch this, watch this.
you hang around a
When I went
school
to
or
the
a
strip
Young
church.
niggas thought
club,
that shit was gonna be cheap. Stupid ass niggas.
Jose keep trying to land a plane that he
when I
already
went to the
crashed four
strip
or five
club, it
times
wasn't a
already.
requirement to throw your money.
No,
You could literally
you
Yeah,
ain't got
nigga,
to.
do
sit your
what
broke ass
you
down.
could literally walk in that bitch and just sit down.
Yeah,
Or
sit your
have you
broke
some
ass
drink
down.
and watch the
Like
women do what they
no, you
do.
don't have to buy nothing.
Nigga, you
You
can
ain't
order
got
food in
to.
the
Nobody's
strip club,
begging you to
nigga.
buy the
You pay
wings,
your
to go
matter of
get
They
the
fact.
bring you
lap
food in the
dance, to do
strip
the
club,
Matter of
$100
fact,
nigga.
VIP. Ain't
hang
nobody
on.
Enjoy your
begging you to
time
do
there,
that.
Hang
nigga.
on,
Look around.
Here go the big. Here's the big difference. The walking in a restaurant, there is no cover charge. You can just walk the
Word.
fuck in.
This nigga
Right.
paying
And
for
it's a
that
lot
though.
of
This nigga worried
strip
about
You
clubs that
gotta
ain't got no
pay.
cover
You gotta
charge
pay
too.
them to go see
Yeah,
the
you
A
titties.
lot of strip clubs, no, a lot of strip clubs ain't got no cover charge
A
too.
lot of strip clubs is
But
free too. A
but if
lot
you
of
want to
strip
say
clubs
that,
free.
They ain't
if
got
you want
no
to say that,
those
it
out
costs to
here.
go to
Bro,
the
I ain't
movies,
never
nigga.
been to a
The
strip
Yeah, it
movies
club,
got a
costs
but
to
cover
you
go to
niggas
the
charge.
know you can
motherfucking
just walk
The
movies.
in.
movies got a cover charge.
Nigga, fuck
But
it.
what,
If we
what
want
are
to
we
turn
talking
it into
about
that
here?
conversation, it
What are
costs
we
to go
talking
to
about?
work.
What are we
The
talking
only
about?
thing
The
I'm
movies
saying,
got
a
a cover
You
predatory
charge.
spend money to go
situation,
to
a
work. You fill up the
predatory
car, you
situation
go
can
get
come
your
from
juice, you
either
buy your
side,
lunch.
depending on what the person is looking for. So a predatory situation could be on either side of the fence, man. It could be
And
a young
that's
girl
what
looking for an older
that's what
guy
I agree with.
because
I agree with that.
she wants money, Yeah, she wants money and stability or whatever. Okay, that's predatory as a young girl coming up. But then yeah, you also have older guys that are predatory towards young women because they feel they can't get a woman their age. They may not be
So
mature enough. Whatever the case is,
they go
they
trick
go
on
to
that
younger girls.
22-year-old.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's what
So
And then they be like,
Marlon,
let's get married,
Marlon.
have a few kids. They tell them out the gate, let's get married,
Hey,
have a few
Marlon.
kids, and then
Now
I'm gonna
that's a
throw you
whole
in the
different. See
wheel.
what Marlon just brung up is a better conversation now because
right.
now boom, you got the dude because again going to the strip club don't mean is not predatory. The strippers are not predators. You go in there to get pussy.
Mm-hmm.
The predator coming
Mm-hmm.
there, the experienced strip club goer. He going in there looking for green chicks, like, oh, she don't know no better. I
Yeah,
could probably
Yep.
get some shit.
I can take
I
you to
could
the
probably
strip
get a
club.
lap dance
Exactly.
for $5 instead of
That's
$10
where the
instead.
predatory
And that,
situation
She end
comes
up
in at.
tearing
Oh,
your
The
or
ass
way you're
up.
oh, she
thinking.
a
She can
What
look
are
at
foreigner.
the
your
She
what
a
ladies.
is your
foreigner.
mode?
So let me just get her real quick.
She end up tearing your ass up too.
Right.
Okay, yeah, you said
What?
no,
Right.
brother. We
Yeah,
put you
and
on
see,
game.
that's where the
Facts.
predatory situation backfires. When you go at a young broad thinking, okay, I'm gonna get her and I'm gonna have her locked under me, she'll get up under you and get all your bread and dip from your ass.
And
Now you
dip
ain't got
and
shit,
dip and dip with the nigga her age.
and probably take a couple cars or something from you. Might rob your ass. So I
Yeah.
mean, a predatory situation can be on either side of the fence.
either
It just
side of the
depends
fence.
on whose motives or what, and how well they get their shit off.
Right.
Who
That's
play
just
the
it.
game the best?
So it
It's
can
a
come
game
from
of
either
chess.
way.
It's all about who play it best.
Right. But
There you go.
the act of walking into the strip club don't make all strippers predators.
That's
No, no,
facts.
Oh
no, no,
no,
no,
But
no,
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 that's
no,
facts.
no.
no.
But it is some
She's
experience.
actually
Now look at
working.
it. Now look at it
She's
from this
working for
side.
her
It
money.
is some experienced
She's
strippers.
The only way I
yeah,
can
she's
see
It
a
working
is
for her
some
stripper,
money though.
experienced strippers
but
that's
look, the
predatory.
only way I can see the stripper being
And
a
they could
predator
be.
is if she end up leaving with this nigga and really acting
Mm-hmm.
like she want to be with this nigga and it turn into something with her using the nigga for money outside the club and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But you know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
a predatory situation.
Or,
They're not gonna
bro, if
understand.
you
But
walk in the
just him
club,
going into the
bro,
club, nah.
But they're both predators. He
if
wants
you
a
walk
young
in the
woman. He
club and you
got her.
wake up the next
She's a
morning still in
stripper,
the club,
and
bro,
I'm about to
you
get you
a
for your
predator.
bread. So
Exactly.
you got to accept that. You got to expect that.
No, but I'm
Exactly.
If I'm
saying
But
80
though,
years
like,
but
old,
but once
Exactly.
she leave that club, she ain't a stripper no more.
right, right, right. She
yeah,
not a
Now it's
stripper
whatever
no
y'all
more.
do.
yeah,
Now she Candy
yeah.
Williams.
Now it's
No, the
whatever
fuck
y'all
she
Right,
do.
she's
not. You
my
still a
woman.
stripper.
But at the same
She not
time,
a she's showing you the
at the
real
same
her
time, I
outside of
can't
shaking
stop her
ass.
feelings of being young and wanting to express and be around young people and do her thing with a younger man. There's nothing I could do about that. I'm 80 to fuck years old. All I
Yeah,
got is a
she
pocket full of money. So I'm gonna
Let's
try
yeah,
to
say
Right,
control it
right,
with my
right. So
money, and that ain't
most
gonna work.
80 most niggas in that
so you paying
situation
for
don't even
time.
give a fuck what they wife do.
So you just paying for time.
Exactly.
You a sugar daddy.
Exactly.
So
Paying
I'm
for
gonna
so
just
so
time.
yeah,
provide
you a
you with
sugar
what you
daddy. Now
need
sugar
because I
daddies
want a
aren't
young girl
predators. They
around
are
me.
sugar
I just
mamas
want a
and
young
sugar
girl in
daddies
my
aren't
house.
predators. They purposely
I
going to
just
go
want a young.
trick.
That's what a sugar daddy do. I just
And a
want young
sugar
women in my
mama
house.
and a
I
sugar
got
mama.
$100,000 sitting in the
And
bank to
how is
burn,
that
and I'm
not
gonna burn it on a
predatory?
broad.
hey,
How
I
is that
know a
not
lot of
predatory?
niggas.
That's how I
It's
go.
not predatory because I'm taking my money and I'm spending it on a young chick. That's like me going to say I got 10
No, no,
bands,
no,
I'm
no.
gonna go get
You're
this
saying, hold on. I
19-year-old.
want you to listen to what you said. You're saying that the
Okay,
woman, hold on,
That's
the
not
that's
woman,
predatory.
wait,
It is.
the
that's not
woman, hold on, you
like,
said
It
that
is.
oh,
woman, hold on, that
That
woman marrying this
that's what I just
80-year-old,
said, Alfie.
But
It could
hold
be on
on,
either side of the
hold on.
fence.
That it is expected that that young woman is marrying the 80-year-old, right? To still be piping
Mm,
other dudes, right? How is that
right.
not predatory? She is
because
literally
It is.
being,
because
no,
she knows she
It
ain't
is.
fucking the
I don't really,
80-year-old.
this
The
guy's
whole
money.
point was a money
Okay, but even
grab.
still, you're living off of this man, getting
The
money
whole
from
point
this
was a
man.
money
You
grabbing
know what I'm
for you to
saying?
change
And he
my
hold up.
life.
Some older men understand that. Look,
Jose,
I'm
did you
old.
burn
She
anything, brother?
young. She's still gonna want to run around and do her thing. But as long as I don't know about it, it's fine.
He ain't
Okay,
What
lying.
well if
about
you
what
accept that
about
and
the
it's
married
cool, it's
one?
cool. If
What
she's
about
Right.
young, she wants to
If
marry your
y'all
old ass.
establish the
Fine.
rules in the
what about
beginning
the
and she
married
let
one?
you know that she gonna fuck other niggas,
Okay,
then it's
okay.
not a predatorial situation. You're
It's not.
consenting to
Y'all both
this.
agree,
Oh
There you
yeah.
go.
I
There you
agree
go.
right?
with
Y'all
that.
both agree, and
That's
that's just
called the
what it
rules
is.
of engagement.
I
That's a
agree.
There you
whole different
go.
conversation.
Yeah, it is. So I don't see nothing wrong with
Like if your woman, I'm gonna use this example. If your woman
uh-huh,
sits you down in the beginning
uh-huh.
before y'all start
Right,
fucking, loving on each other, kids, all that shit, years, and she lets you know what the relationship is, and you respond back with
uh-huh,
your boundary
How was that,
standards and
Ruben?
terms of agreement, then it's not. Then who's
uh-huh.
getting played?
Nobody, because y'all both agree. You agree that okay, you can go fuck other dudes, and I'm gonna still take care of you. I'm gonna look after you.
That
That's
nigga
what they call a
stupid.
sugar
See,
daddy.
some niggas back here, some niggas in real life and back here don't want to be honest. Some of us have
Right.
agreed to terms and conditions with women, and then when
Mm-hmm.
it didn't work out, we want to be like, oh, we got tricked.
Free yourself, brother. Free yourself from
No,
yourself.
no, exactly. It ain't. Don't do that because I see it every day. You know what I'm saying? And guys go into agreements with women because they feel like, okay, now I gotta. She wanna be with me. Or no, she's doing that because she wants more of what she's getting from you.
And you know what that
Exactly.
is?
Security,
You know
Exactly.
what that
and
is?
all that.
That's motherfuckers
So,
going out of people that's out of their league. You need to understand your lane and
all
stay
right,
in it.
all right. You
You
go
need to
after somebody
understand your
because they need
lane
something.
Game up,
You
young
see a little
nigga.
shorty
and
walking down the
stay in it.
street. She got on some busted ass Reeboks. Oh shit, she needs some money. So I'm gonna go and throw my weight on her. Okay, she bites because she
Now
needs
you
the
get what
money.
you get.
But at the
Now you're
same
gonna get what
time,
you
she
get.
young as fuck.
Get
She
what
young
you
as hell.
get.
So
Especially
so you gotta accept the bullshit then. She gonna be out, she gonna be
these new
running around, she
hybrid
gonna be doing
women.
her thing.
Oh man, they out for blood.
Man, listen. So it's an adult situation that you gotta be prepared for. Now, when you fucking with a child in their teens and you're an old man, that's some fucked up shit. You a
Yeah,
fucked up
pedophile.
Real.
motherfucker.
No, he a
You
Pedophile.
fucked
pedophile
up
that
for
just
that.
ain't been
But
caught. That's them niggas.
but
Them the pedophiles that ain't been caught.
But didn't
I
right.
hope
Jose
they dad do
and
something to
Emac,
you.
didn't Jose and Emac agree with an older person dealing with a younger or legally underage
I'll be right back.
child or a person?
I
Did
don't
they not
agree
agree
to it,
on that?
but it happens. It happens all over the world, but I don't
Right, I
agree
know
with
it
it.
happens,
But like I
but I'm
said,
saying
Yeah, we
females,
don't
they
agree
were
to it,
in
but it
agreement.
does
Hold on,
happen
wait,
though.
you
It happens a
yeah,
don't
lot. It
where I'm trying
happens
to
way
go
more
here.
than what we think.
Right, no,
hell
Bro, if
yeah.
that's
it's
the
not
case,
further than what I
Shit, I
just
can show
said.
you a fucking couple of niggas out here right
Hold
now
on,
doing
brother,
it.
I'm not talking about
if
you.
that's the
I'm talking
case,
about
why
them
the
two.
fuck y'all got a problem with a fucking 32-year-old, 35-year-old fucking with a 22-year-old then? If y'all
Okay,
doing all this shit
Nah,
with these
brother,
fucking
nah, ain't
I'm
no
niggas,
going where
No,
problem
you
with
why
that.
y'all
going.
I
with the
never
women
said
I'm
that
fucking
going
was
these
a
where
young
you
niggas?
problem.
going.
Why y'all
I
mad
never
with the
I
said
the
I
thing
wild-ass
never didn't
niggas
is,
say that
fucking
was a
with a
problem.
man,
25-year-old
If
or
both of the
32-year-old? Why y'all pissed off at that?
people
It is
involved are
what it is.
adults,
Come on, man,
ain't
stop it.
nobody got nothing to say about that shit. Y'all just got to go
wait,
through
hold
that.
on.
Okay, you were
They
22 when I
were
met
sitting
you.
Well,
here
I'm
peep game.
42.
trying to
I'm 20
convince
Peep
years
us
your
game.
senior.
that it's okay for a older person to mess with an under 18-year-old person if she consent, right? But
You
when
say
I
how
put up a
old?
picture of
Well,
his
what,
18-year-old
hold on, what
daughter,
the fuck did I come
they
back
try to
to?
make me out as a pedophile and a creepy person.
Now,
Listen,
like I
listen.
said,
We actually having a real good
hey
discussion. We're
Marlon,
not gonna go down that
hey
route no
Marlon,
more. We already
hey
closed
Marlon,
that book.
Yo,
Hey, let's continue this beautiful
hey
ass discussion
Marlon,
we
You
having right now.
hey
No,
Marlon,
y'all
right? Hey
continue on
Marlon,
because
We
right?
I
not we not we
understand.
not we not about to go back to that, man. Come on, man. We
Hey
having a
Marlon,
real
right?
good one.
no,
This one of them
no,
good
we
ones.
Look,
on the
Marlon.
same line.
Hey Marlon, look, Marlon, right?
Bro, I'm asking the question, bro.
My daughter
Okay,
22,
What's the
right?
problem? What's
My
the
daughter
problem
22,
right,
right?
with a
If a
40-year-old man fucking
right.
42-year-old
with a
nigga
22,
come up to me
23-year-old
talking
girl? What's
about
the problem? Tell me the
I'm with
problem.
your daughter, I'm punching his head
You
off.
said 42? You said
Yeah, I'm beating
42?
him. I'm beating him. Yeah, I'm beating
So,
him around.
so,
I'm fucking him up.
so he's
Yeah,
around your age.
42.
Yeah.
So what's
I'm
wrong?
fucking
What's
him
wrong
up.
He's
with me
around, but you
fucking with a
around my age,
23-year-old,
bro. I
24-year-old?
don't agree. Hold on,
I'm
I'm gonna
fucking
say
you up.
this. I don't
Yeah.
I don't agree with it,
First of all,
but
look at
she's
it
an
like
adult,
this. Look at
man.
it like
I
this.
agree
Look
She's
at
with
it
an
you.
like
adult,
this.
bro.
I
If
She's an
agree
you
hold
with
up.
if
you.
you are
Listen to me now, Tony. I mean, she's
I'm
an
listening.
adult,
I'm
man.
listening.
So hey, I can
if
get
you
I
mad
am
are
with
an
a
her.
adult.
42-year-old
I
man
can get
I'm
messing
mad
with a
with
married.
her,
Y'all got all
but
them
two-year-old,
Hold
I
on. Let
can't do
Marlon
anything
talk.
about
Let
her
Marlon
that
talk.
doesn't
decision.
make
Y'all got all them stiff. It's cool and it's all
All
this.
right,
You
but
know what
listen,
you're
right,
doing
Marlon?
and
Listen,
all
right,
this
Marlon?
shit. But a 42-year-old fucking
Right.
with a 23-year-old.
I'm saying,
So
but you're
listen,
20
right?
years older. That
We
means
all
you're two,
we all
three
adults, right?
generations ahead of her. It's
Hey, Marlon,
nothing
look,
that's
right?
gonna be
We all
compatible with y'all.
You're
You gonna
right.
get what
You're
you're gonna get.
definitely
Like I
right.
said,
I'm
she gonna
way
be out
older
for
than
blood.
her.
She gonna
I
rip you
got
to
her by
Marlon.
two.
pieces.
I got her by two
So
whole generations. You're
And it
right.
don't
right,
make sense. She can't
and we
tell
all
you about
adults.
Erica Badu and shit. She gonna tell you about Summer Walker and
Man,
Ice
look.
Spice.
Hey,
Y'all
this
just
We
is
all
said
the
that.
adults,
thing.
right?
So let me say, hang on, let go real quick.
Y'all just said it.
Let me say
I
Y'all
this
just
right
said
understand
quick.
where
what
Let
y'all
y'all
me
do
say
going.
this
to
right
get the
quick,
money,
y'all.
get
Let
the
me say
But
this
bag.
once
right
two
quick.
people
All
have
this other
become
shit. You
adults,
ain't got
God
no
it's up
money
damn,
to
and all
them.
y'all,
this
are
other
y'all
shit.
gonna let
But
me go?
why
Y'all gonna
is
keep
it
crashing
wrong
out
for
or
the
what?
nigga to fuck with her if it's okay
So,
for
so,
the
so,
girl
so,
to
Steph,
fuck over him and take
check
his
it out,
money?
Steph.
How
So
the
check
fuck
it
is
out.
that
Hmm
cool?
This is the thing, though. This is the thing. this conversation is letting me know that us as men and mothers and everybody that got daughters need to really dived in and put in all the hours in teaching your daughters proper poom poom
Yep.
management.
Yep.
The
Might have to
reason
Accountability.
I'm
know.
saying the reason I'm
That's
Yep.
saying
true.
teach them proper
And I
poom
did.
poom management is
I
because
did.
if my 23-year-old daughter came home and
Right.
said that She was fucking being courted by the head coach of fucking the
Right.
Steelers or some shit. I'm finna go sit down and have. I'm finna go sit down and have dinner and meet this man and see what the
Yeah,
fuck his
you want to
intentions
marry
are.
a daughter? Yeah, you want to marry
But
somebody that's old enough to be your daughter?
listen.
Uh,
I'm
it
just
depends,
keeping.
man.
I'm
So hold
keeping
on
it.
Nah,
one
that's the
second.
I'm
righteous.
keeping
What
it.
he's saying is
Hold
real
on,
Right.
talk.
Timothy.
You supposed
You
to go
keeping
sit
it
down with
real.
that
I'm
Hold
man and
on.
keeping
see
it
what
G
the
real
intentions is.
100.
That's a
I'm
serious
finna.
thing.
I'm
Timothy,
finna sit
hold on.
down.
Yeah,
I'm
that
finna
is.
sit
Timothy,
down.
you
This
said
man
you're
gonna
gonna
take.
try to find out the intentions of
I'm,
him, right?
I'm finna go
What
have
about
a
the intentions that
conversation
your
with this
daughter got
man.
for marrying this
Now hold
bitch
on,
Yeah,
is
hold on,
doing?
yeah.
wait.
She married
No,
him
Why
for
he
some
ain't
said
money.
both
No,
parents
no,
damn
got
y'all
no,
are
to
no.
so
go
You
and have
fucking
still,
But
it
his
don't
ignorant
matter.
about
intentions,
You
you
shit.
need
still
to be
supposed
God
to
worried about
sit
your daughter
down,
damn.
intentions.
eat
So
dinner,
check
and
it out.
see
Let
the
me. Can I land my
intentions
plane?
of
I'm
not
almost
only
there.
the
I'm
man,
approaching the
both. You
one
supposed to
way.
sit down
I
with
am
your daughter too
approaching the
privately and
one
be like,
way.
well, why you want to do
I
this?
am
Hold on.
approaching the
What's
Let him
going through
fucking
land
your
his plane
runway.
mind? Is
out.
your
Let him.
mental
I am
okay?
Hold
Shit,
on.
approaching the
ask
Let
runway.
the
him
hard,
finish
tough
out.
I
questions
am
right there.
approaching the fucking
Let him finish.
runway. God damn. So, and the reason I'm saying that is because I'm being honest and transparent that I would not make that same concession if it was a motherfucking dude that worked at Safeway that was fucking 50 and he was the manager of Safeway trying to holler at my motherfucking 23-year-old daughter. I'm just keeping it G real 100 that we're gonna make
Right.
exceptions for shit. The motherfucker if
Right.
he a bus driver and he's 50, oh they don't know. What the fuck is going on? Get your ass the fuck up out of here. If
But you
he
ain't gonna
You're
show
right.
daughter why she wanna
Hey
be with
yo,
him. You ain't gonna
I'm
she
not
ain't gonna
making
say
no
daddy because he
exceptions,
rich,
nigga. It
he
could be
got money.
Jay
You
Z
ain't gonna
trying to
say
holler at
nothing
my
about
daughter.
her
I'm popping
intentions.
that nigga.
You're not gonna say anything about
Huh?
her intentions to marry him for money and stability. But
No,
you wanna
Right.
know
Because
his
it's
I
two
know
people
I
intentions.
know what
involved.
her I know what she's saying. She my daughter. That's
So
the
why
that's the whole
so
reason
why
I
you
need to
checking
feel
him instead of her?
that's the whole reason I need to holler at him because I need to see where the fuck he at because I know what her plan is and he know what her plan is too because he's fucking 50
Right.
trying to holler at a 23-year-old motherfucker.
So you'll be
He know he
okay with
don't
the
That's
whole
what, and
he
that's
situation.
what I was
know
saying to
he
Bethesda. So
know
he,
that
So
he
Timothy, is
if
you
he
will be
listen
is,
okay
listen
with
he
it,
listen
know
right?
listen
what's
You will
listen.
be
going
okay
on when
with it.
he's
God
approaching that young woman,
damn.
what the
You'll be
God
okay
damn.
situation
with
Y'all
it.
so
is,
quick to fucking
and she
respond when
do
you
too.
don't hear. Like, god damn. What I'm saying is I'm being the realistic person here. I'm not fucking making up no fantasies and shit. That
Right.
50-year-old man know that my 23-year-old daughter don't like him. No, especially if he's the motherfucking head coach of a fucking team.
Yeah, you
He
said
know
the
why she
Steelers.
there. He know why she's there. He know she know. Everybody knows. So what I need to do as a father is go sit down, have a dinner with this man, and fill his ass out to make sure he ain't finna be beating the shit out of my fucking daughter. Because my
Okay,
daughter is
because
there to get.
Tonyo want to
My
shoot him in the
daughter is
face.
there. My daughter is there to get the bread. My daughter might stick in there, get pregnant, and just she be gone. Like boom, I got my meal ticket type shit. I don't. It just depends on what type of daughter I
All
have.
right, now Tonyo, you want to shoot him in the face,
thanks.
right? Tonyo, you want to shoot the man in the face, right?
Nah, I want you to pedophiles in the face.
You want to what?
Shoot the pedophiles in the face.
I can't hear you. You got something going on in the back.
He said he wants to shoot a pedophile in the face.
Oh, okay, yeah, me too. I want to do that too. Okay, so we all agree, all right?
Yeah.
Because the way y'all was signing like it's okay for these young bitches to
Oh nah,
fucking run
I'm
game on these old niggas.
I'm absolutely gonna hop on that old nigga. I like my daughter, but see, my daughter's not like that. My daughter already know better.
Oh, that's just all
My
right.
daughter ain't gonna
Right.
bring no old nigga home.
Yeah, I get
She
that
know
point,
better.
but
Right.
I'm saying from what I was hearing, it kind of sounded like you niggas was like, yeah, it's cool for these young bitches to run game because he 80, he old, he living like he know what he doing, and all such and such. But it ain't cool for an older nigga to fuck with the young bitch. So I'm like, what the fuck going on, nigga? She there for a reason. She there for a reason, nigga.
Right.
Like real talk, bro.
Right.
Everybody know the reason. We all know the fucking reason. But how can
That's
you
what
put
I
more
just
blame
said.
on the nigga than her because
Nah,
she's intentionally doing
I
Seth,
something?
literally just
hey,
said
Seth,
that.
listen,
I
right?
literally said
I've
that.
been agreeing with
Both
Yeah,
everything
y'all
you
people
good. I
know.
got
said
it now.
from
I
the
got it now.
beginning.
I see
No,
y'all. I got it now.
I think it was confusing my voice with somebody else's shit. Because even the last time we was talking, you're like, hey, Tony, I'm not listening. Like, I was agreeing with you the whole time. That's what I was trying to tell you. Everything you said, I ain't seen nothing wrong with what you said.
Okay, my
But
bad.
what we were saying is when we talked about it being illegal, and I read the law. The law says the only time that shit is illegal, whether it's an old man and a young woman or a young man and an old woman, the only time that shit is illegal is if the competency of the elderly person is in question.
Right.
Outside of that, it is not fucking illegal for you to marry somebody and they take your bread from you because
Well,
you was.
are they having a
Right.
cognitive test before they get married, or they just dry as getting married? Do they are they having a test? Who is administering this test? And who is the person? Is the kids telling them say we
Well,
need to
yeah,
take
it
a test?
Ain't
depends
nobody
on
Before
the
we
taking
see
no
family.
this
IQ test
It
before they
depends on the
date.
family. And if the family feels some type of way,
Exactly.
and if the old person got a family member or some family member, some kids or some shit, they be like, yo, my pops ain't even mentally right to even be dealing with this shit. And they push
And
the issue,
it ain't
then
even
that's where it comes from.
necessarily, and it don't even necessarily be that they be mentally right. Like there's this stigma that people believe that it's accepted and nobody got a problem when older men and shit be getting with younger girls. I guarantee you that them old rich men, they 30 and
Got a
40-year
question.
old kids, they 30 and 40-year-old kids see this 23-year-old girl show up, they be like, Daddy, this what the fuck you doing? This little girl just trying to get some money. This little girl just trying to
Mm-hmm.
get some. She don't really love you, pops. Like,
She trying to
Right.
get in because of our family name and legacy.
right? She's trying to get in
There
because the
you go.
family name, the legacy.
I
She's
got a
trying to get a.
question.
What's up?
So why do a lot of these men be saying, as long as they got money, they can pull a bitch, don't matter how old they is or what they look like. So if that's the case, how are y'all mad at the women that want you for your money because you wouldn't be able to pull them if
Right.
they didn't want your money?
You're right. It's a
Those are
two-way
the
street. That's what I
those are the
keep saying.
dudes. Those are the dudes that get money and they still ugly, fat, and don't got no personality and all of that shit. And they got
Or
everything on
old.
paper that they supposed to have, even when they old. Even when they old, they got these are the dudes that get the money and all of that, and they still don't got the women. Them are the only ones that'll make a complaint like, uh, you know, women just want niggas for money, or you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's a two-way
Because
street, man.
you can't because the fact of the matter is that those dudes are mad at the women that they supposed to be looking for because they don't want them. Because all of our lives and most dudes on here, I think I've had this conversation with you before Sunday, but most of the men will agree that this is just how we are socialized from young boys. We grow up seeing just and this is just our observations from being young and not knowing how the world works. We look at the world and what do we see? The dude with the nice car, the money, the jewelry, and all. He got a lot of women. Not only do he got a lot of women, he got the best looking women. And then you get to flicking on TV when they had the awards, and you see old ass 100-year-old Ron. Ron Isley right now. He's 84 and his wife is 40. And they've been married 20 years. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? He 80, his wife is 40, and they've been married 20 years. You see what I'm saying? So we
Isn't
see
Lionel
shit like
Richie's
that.
wife
That mean
younger
he
than
been
him?
fucking us since he was 20 and he was 40. He
Right.
is 40 with a
Didn't
20-year-old.
Lionel Richie have a little 20-year-old too?
Yeah, I think Lionel Richie got him and he like 70 something.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm
that's
saying. Us
old. Now
being
you start
and
getting
us being
70,
so that's what I'm
65,
saying.
70. That's old.
Us being young boys growing up as little boys, this is from the time we're riding bikes and we don't, like I said, we don't understand how the world works. So we all be like, oh, I'm going to win the lottery and I'm gonna have this and I'm gonna have all of these things because from what I observe in the world, it is these things that attract women. And then me growing up with sisters, and they having homegirls
But
and all of
Timothy
that.
is
Hey,
also
wait,
what
wait,
they
wait,
say.
wait,
They had
goddamn,
songs
wait. I'm
coming out.
almost. Hold on.
Let the man
Me
finish.
having
They had songs, bro. This is what they
listen,
say.
listen,
Can you pay
listen,
my
listen,
telephone bill?
listen,
Can you do
listen.
all this shit?
Goddamn,
Oh my
goddamn.
god. My
God.
bad.
And
Go ahead, bro.
and then I'm getting to the other side where I'm saying I got sisters and they have homegirls and all of that shit, and I get to see how they all interact. And there's a whole cliche for women where they're taught, and it's so cliche that they put it in movies and TV shows. Get you a doctor, girl. Get you a lawyer, girl. And
Mm-hmm.
and that the boys we hear those messages getting taught to the girls too. So it's like boom. Boom. What we as kids internalize and we rationalize is in order for us to get a woman, we have to have money. So when we get money and then we don't have women, our whole worldview collapses because we've been conditioned our whole lives to think once I get this is the result of it. And then when we get said thing,
But flip the
and
other
then
side,
and then
Timothy
and then
is
we
say
don't
if
get
you
those
don't, they
women.
taught if you don't have no money, don't be with him, right?
Fuck it.
Can't control his lip.
Don't
Sunday,
they
I
say
hope
if
you
you
was
ain't
able
got
to. I
no
hope you
money,
can
don't
piece
deal with
together
it?
what the fuck I was trying to answer.
Yeah, I heard
You
you.
good, but don't they say if you ain't got no money, don't be with him? Ain't that what they say? Don't they make songs? Can you pay my telephone bill? Can you
You
do
think
this?
songs are real
That's
life?
the thing they
You
want.
really think songs are real life?
I mean, shit. From what I seen females say this
Hmm.
shit. They say it all the time. Street interviews.
Song,
What they tell
Interesting.
song,
nobody.
music,
Now,
music
now,
is
hold
definitely
on, real quick. I
songs
want to.
and music is definitely real life.
Now,
No, it's
hold on. I
not.
want to address that. Wait. I want to address this too. So, yes, music is entertainment. Absolutely, that is true. But it is also true that these things have influence in society.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give you an example.
That isn't
I'm wait. Let me just paint. Let me just tell a quick little analogy story. So two guys live in the same apartment complex, right? They cool. They just homies. They live next door. They just so happen to work at the same job, so they start carpooling together. One day they're driving to work, and they see a chick at the bus stop about to go wherever she's going. She is at the bus stop. The dude in the passenger seat says, "Damn, you see her? She look good. Let me holler at her." His homie pulls over. He rolls the window down, leans out the car, hollers at the girl, gets her number. Boom, they hook up. She find out later that he got a car and all of that, and they just carpool. Boom. There's this song that comes out called "No Scrubs." Boom.
Mhm.
Uh, that same scenario happens after the song come out. The dude see another, it's two dudes. These are different dudes. Different dudes got the same situation. They just carpool into work. They see a whole random new different girl at the bus stop. They roll up. The dude roll up so he can holler. He rolls down the window. He try to holler at her. She like, I don't want no scrub hanging out the passenger side. And that shit is real. That shit really happened. Like that type of shit.
Okay,
That
so
type of
what we
influence really happens.
what we were talking about was music being real life, not the influence on real life. So just like good example, Cardi saying she don't cook, she don't clean, but she got a ring, and then right after that, her husband posted a video of her cooking and cleaning.
Or cooking and cleaning and
So
sweeping and shit.
that
Right.
shit do not be real life.
But the
Y'all be trying to
influence is
hold
the
people
real impact.
accountable for lyrics that ain't real. Just like movies, it's
Right.
entertainment.
All right. So y'all
But
gotta
those
watch this
songs, but
replays
that's what
for yourself.
I think.
Hold on,
Well, I
bro.
don't
That
know what
wasn't the point. That wasn't
I
the
don't know what.
point.
That
The
was the
point
point. The
is,
music ain't real life.
point is, women will tell you off the rip. Do you have this? Can you pay for this? We see it everywhere we go. Every time you see a street interview, asking these females, say you're
Maybe
asking
some of y'all do.
how much money a man gotta make to get you $1 million,
So you
five
talk
hundred
about
thousand
podcast
dollars a
people.
year. You know what I'm saying? These are random females. These are random women. My cousins say the same damn thing. I got three girl cousins, and they all say the same damn shit. The same damn shit you hear these fucking modern day females say. This nigga got to make this. He got to do this. First thing they want to know is what kind of job does he do? You ain't trying to get with the nigga that work at Walmart. You ain't trying to
You
get a
know,
nigga at fucking
you know what I
McDonald's a
think is
goddamn
funny.
chance. You see
You
what
know
I'm
what I
saying?
think is
So, and
funny
he
about
might be
that
the
term.
perfect dude for you. But you ain't trying
What
to
I think
get a
is
nigga
funny
that work
about
on
that term,
fries on Saturday,
the
Sunday on
modern
second shift a
woman.
fucking chance. Because men have to have money. We have to have this to
Some
get a
men
woman,
don't.
period. You have
Some
to.
men don't. Some men are
I
just
be laughing
likable.
at this term, the modern woman, like
I
it's
ain't never
new and
needed it
shit. I've
like
been hearing the term modern
that.
woman since I was a baby.
I had some
I've
fine
seen,
ass women.
I've seen, I've seen cartoons about the modern woman and shit. They when the cartoon be about the futuristic house, they're like today's modern woman don't even have to vacuum no more. They got automatic vacuum cleaners and shit. Every time I hear this term modern woman, that's the shit that pop in my head. But the thing about it is though, is that the fact of the matter is the whole Pookie and Ray Ray narrative is proof that not every man gotta have that shit to get some pussy.
Right, right.
So no, you don't have to. Emphasis on the word have. You don't have to have all of this shit. Them same
So, so
the
you
thing about it
basically
is, hold on,
telling me
real
women.
quick. Let
So
me get this
basically, you
out
Women
telling me
because
mostly
me and
have
my
women.
that
homeboy was
requirement
They
for
don't.
talking
You
about
men
that.
ain't
don't. You
life.
don't have
The
to
thing,
have money. They just want some good
listen,
dick. They don't give a
listen.
fuck. Nigga sell dope. Nigga
My
on the corner.
homeboy, we
Nigga
was
ain't got to
talking
pop the
about this,
piss
and
in.
he
How you telling me
Okay,
that don't matter? Just long as
A,
you
listen,
a
look
lot,
good.
a
he
lot of
That's what you
a lot
telling
of
me.
women don't
listen.
have all the requirements for men
why
they like.
that's why you ain't getting none.
So the
They
thing,
look
like
good.
I was just getting ready to say, me and my homeboy were talking about it. He got like I think his daughter is 30 now, and we were talking about how he was like, it's crazy how my daughter got all of these standards and all of this shit about how she want a man and all of that. But when you look at her baby daddy, he don't meet none of those fucking qualifications. So why did you make this
Because she liked
not
him.
right? Exactly. She liked him, and then got pregnant by him, and then like went out the window when like wasn't enough because her liking him wasn't making him a good daddy to his baby. Her
So
liking him
again,
wasn't
so why
making
the
him do what he was
females
supposed to
fucking
do.
with niggas they don't like? Why you fucking with niggas you don't like? Like that don't even that to steal their money, correct? To take their money to get the resources from them because you fucking with a nigga that you don't like, but you also fucking with a nigga that you do like and have a baby and have kids by. So make this shit understand for me because I don't understand.
You're not gonna. We don't want to understand. You just want to blame women.
I'm not blaming women. I blame stupid niggas for even doing the shit. I blame dumbass niggas with money just dry ass putting that shit out there. What I'm saying
Okay.
is that you said like you said your 30-year-old partner, right? His daughter, the goddamn baby daddy ain't have to have none of them standards. Well, right now she has all the standards. What is the point? If because what you telling me is that the nigga that meets the standards, she don't like him, but she like the Pookie and Ray Ray nigga.
Just
So why
because you
are you
check all the
fucking with
boxes
somebody
on
that you don't
paper
like? Why?
doesn't mean there's chemistry.
And I make that argument too.
So so the nigga that you don't
That's
like,
a
which is
huge
the nigga with
difference.
the money. Hold on. So the nigga that you don't like, the nigga with the money, you got chemistry, but you make him jump through hoops. But the Pookie and Ray Ray nigga, you like him, so he ain't gotta do the same thing
The
that the
one you
nigga
have
with the
chemistry
standards do.
with.
Am I correct?
Most women have requirements or preferences until when they meet somebody. When they meet a motherfucker and start liking them, a lot of that shit go
All
out the
that shit
window.
goes out the window. That's true. That is very true, and it's like that with men too. But men are more for. I think men are more compromising than women do because we've had this conversation in the back chat a long time ago, and me and Neo was explaining because we was talking about because when she said to check all the boxes, it made me remember that conversation. Whereas men and women, they'll both come up with a list of 10 things. These are the 10 things that I want that I'm looking for in a person. A man will find a woman that'll have 40 motherfuckers. He'd be like, cool. What are the chances that all of these women in the world, what are the chances that I'll meet a woman that has 40% of what I'm looking for? Man, them are some good. I'm lucky to find this woman. Somebody got 40% of the shit that I'm looking for. But on the other hand, a woman will meet a dude that checks off 9 things on the boxes. So, but she don't say, damn, what are the chances that I will meet somebody that meets 90% of what I'm looking for in a person? She'd be like, he don't check all the boxes, throw his ass away. That's the difference.
It depends on where boxes ain't checked. Some boxes are more important than others.
Like this dude, just the fact that you meet a motherfucker that check off 9 is
But what is that last box that's not checked? It could be a big one.
I'm saying it don't matter what the shit is.
It does matter because there's levels to it. Some boxes are more important than others.
But then at the same time, though, like we you and I both agree that women will come across a dude that she actually likes and attracted to, and he might only check off 2 things on the box, and she'll throw that fucking list in the trash.
Hmm. Yeah, when you like somebody, that's why chemistry
And
matters.
then
That's why it's important to marry somebody you like, you actually love, because you're more willing to work things out and stick it out if you love them for real.
yep, I got 16 years to attest to that shit. But that's to know that that's true.
But folks too busy trying to hire for a position. They're just looking for somebody to fill a role. They ain't looking for somebody to love. They just looking for people that check the boxes. Then they get the job.
Right, and that's why I say, in my opinion, emphasis on in my opinion, I I see that being more of a woman thing because men, well, like I said, men will come across a woman that only has 4 things off the box, and that's good enough for him. 40%, oh man, what are the chances I meet somebody that got 40% of what I'm looking for?
Stupid ass interview question. What do you bring to the table? Please.
And the crazy part about that question is I tell people all the time they get mad when I speak this truth. That
It's
used to be
stupid.
what women used to say to men.
It's a stupid question.
Hey, did y'all see that video? With the I forgot the name of that group. What's his name? Ace Metaphor. And that woman said, she got a. This her words, not mine. I can play it. He's a good man. He pays all the bills. She pays nothing. She makes more than him, but she don't
Oh yeah,
think
I seen that.
but she wants more, and he's not. What did she say?
She said he wasn't motivated or some shit like that. He wasn't
But
some. I seen that shit.
yeah, and Ace and the other guy made a good point that maybe his motivation is to make sure that she's taking her and them kids are taken care of. What more do you fucking want?
Right, right.
You make more money. You keep your money to yourself. Do what you want, and he's paying all the bills. But mind you, you make more than him. So what the hell are you crying about?
Sound like she
Even
don't
even the
like
women
him.
was on her ass though. The women was on her ass too.
Sound like she don't like him.
Yeah, it's like when the one chick read her little poem to her, she was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But even when Kitty said what she had to say, she was kind of like on the fence with it. But everything the guys is like, she don't want to hear nothing. But it's like you're not even listening to the women in the crowd. Like, girl, you got what a lot of women can't fucking find, and you crying about it.
She don't like him.
She'll like him when somebody else grab him.
She likes him because of the box. She's with him because of the box he checked off. Boxes he
Yeah,
checked off. And that's it.
yeah. But I'm saying when somebody else snatch him up, she gonna have a problem with it.
That's funny because
I used to be with people you
I was
like.
just talking I was just talking to the homeboy about that movie Acrimony. Have y'all seen Acrimony?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it yet. I might have to try to look at it, watch it tonight.
Yeah,
I just got to try to
it's
remember it.
one of the only Tyler Perry movies where he made the woman the villain.
So what, Tim?
I said that from all the Tyler Perry movies I've ever seen, Acrimony is the only Tyler Perry movie where the woman is the villain
That's not true.
I said that I've ever seen. That I've ever seen. I'm not saying that he's never made any more. I'm just saying
You know, the one
Sure,
with
what's that
Taraji?
one? What's that one with oh girl? When she was trying to make her daughter be with that man that was beating her.
I don't know. I don't
It's a
know.
good man, Savannah.
I don't know. I haven't. I'm
I
not a
can't.
Tyler
Lynn
Perry movie
Whitfield
fan.
was the mama. I can't remember the name of that damn movie.
I think in this case, he's speaking about the so-called star or central figure of the show or movie in
No.
this particular case.
What I said is because I haven't seen every Tyler Perry movie. I was saying that was the only one that I've ever seen where the woman
Yeah,
was the villain.
yeah. In this particular case, he's talking about the one that the movie surrounds, or the two people that the movie surrounds, not the supporting cast.
Mm.
And that
And
thing that was
and I
extra.
and
We were supposed to put it out here,
in
but
acrimony,
I mean,
I'm not. I understand why she did this. Shit she was doing. I understand her anger and frustration and everything. She just got a little crazy with it.
I mean, everybody don't think she was the villain.
She just got a little crazy with it. Nah, she became the villain when even after they was divorced and he sold that battery and he still gave her $10 million and that wasn't enough. That's when she became the villain to me
I mean, in your opinion, yeah. Everybody don't think she the villain.
because he didn't have to give her that $10 million after they was divorced.
Tim? Did you ever watch that one with Taraji where she um with the bank robbery thing, or the not the bank robbery? Yeah, they thought she was trying to rob the bank. You see that one?
No, I never thought that one.
Man, it wasn't that was a dope ass movie.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
That was a dope ass movie.
Yeah, she ain't robbed the shit, right?
Right.
Mhm.
She wasn't even trying to rob him. She She, she was just trying to cash a check.
Whenever I see Tyler Perry's name, I clutch my pearls.
I forgot what's the name of that movie. Uh,
I can't
I
even
don't know
tell you.
why,
forgot the
because for
name of it.
every guy that's a bad guy, it's a good guy in the movie too. Like y'all just I don't know what be wrong with y'all.
Well, I think what it is Sunday is that oftentimes guys are portrayed as the villain as opposed to
Hello, hello.
both people play a partner role. And
Well, what I'm
oftentimes hold on. Oftentimes the woman is portrayed as the one who has no fault. And it's really the guy who is the culprit. That's the issue. Tyler doesn't show the balance because we all agree that men and women can be toxic. But in his movies, the man is the toxic one, and the woman is just, oh, she's a perfect woman and doesn't do anything wrong, and that's the
but
issue.
but that's not true. Because
Well,
there's been plenty of movies where the girl did the guy wrong. In the damn
like
movie when he was rich and he start messing with the poor girl because his rich girlfriend was one shit, and then the other one when the dude saved Rudy Huxtable, his rich bitch wasn't shit. Like it's plenty of, and he was the good guy.
Oh,
Y'all just focus on what y'all want to focus on.
oh.
like
No,
say that. I need you to run that one
that
more
reminds
time.
me. She reminded me that there is another movie where one of the characters was the villain, the Annihilation movie when she was messing with the boss and the boss hit the baby was the boss's baby and all.
Yeah, and then her husband became well off at the end, and she got stuck with a baby and by herself. There's plenty of movies. Y'all just focus on what y'all want to focus on. And then even when there's
I
a bad guy in the movie, there's a good guy in the movie, saving the day.
we understand that. No one's disputing that. But again, I say, oftentimes it's most other movies that it's the guy is the culprit and the woman is the good is has is, the woman that's being done wrong
Man, bad, woman,
is
good.
being
That's
done
a
wrong by a
lifetime movie.
man who is abusive and cheating and all this, and she has done nothing. And again, like I said, we can all agree that men and women in relationships can have toxic traits. However, most times in this movie, it's the when it comes to the central figures and it's the male who is the one who is most toxic. You never see where the two that the movie's about that the woman also has toxic traits. You don't see that.
But
You
he
don't
doesn't
see
do it
it.
the other way around when the guy's the good guy and the woman's bad. He doesn't make it both ways that way either.
All right, like the movie. Take for example what you're talking about. The guy who was with the chick that was bad. She wasn't a central figure of that movie. It was that man and the outside woman that were the stars of the show.
Which one are
They
you
were the
talking
star.
about?
The one
Which one?
that you're talking about, I don't
Well,
know.
Rudy
You brought it up.
Huxtable and oh boy, neither one of them were bad.
I said
Neither
I
one of
don't know
them were
what the
bad
Rudy Huxtable
characters.
movie is. What was the Rudy
And she was
Huxtable
a
movie?
crackhead and he was a lawyer. Blair
I
Underwood, I think.
what I said was, I'll try
I don't
to
know
say
which
it
one that
again,
is.
is that oftentimes it's very seldom, or if ever, that you'll see in the movie the two stars where they're both have toxic traits. Very seldom, if at all, will you see that the woman might have did this wrong and the guy did this. Well, I'll give you one that I think was crazy. The one with Blair, I think it's Blair Underwood, and the wife had her friends came over, family came over, and they had the male stripper.
That's
Now
the one
was
I'm
he
talking
wrong?
about. When she said
Right,
that's a good man, Savannah, her mama was trying to
right,
make her stay with that man that was beating her.
right. But what I'm talking about is like when she uh, allowed her family and friends to bring that male stripper into her home. She didn't fight strong enough to say, no, you will not disrespect my husband's home. You will not disrespect my home. She didn't fight strong enough. She allowed them to bring some add drama to her already dramatic life.
Wow.
I don't know which movie that one is.
It's with
Mm.
the y'all. I can't think of the name of it, but dude Blair Underwood he was a real asshole.
Lynn Whitfield was the mom. That's wow.
I don't think I've seen that one. None of that rings a bell to me.
I'm not saying that he was right and justified in going upside her head, but did anybody consider that she might have been wrong for allowing that man into her house and grabbing her and humping on her in the middle of his living room? Nobody talks about that. No, I didn't hear anybody say, "Oh, she shouldn't be doing that." They laughing, girl. Look at her having fun. Really? And you're a married woman with a male stripper in your husband's house. As long as your house and your house and your husband, you got a stripper pumping on you in the middle of the living room. Really?
And they laughing at it, Paul. They were laughing at it.
Yeah, the women were like, "Look at that." This is
That
just
was
what
her
I've
fiance,
seen.
and I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be her bachelor party, right? Bachelorette party. Because they
Whether
weren't
it was
married
All right.
or not,
yet.
what?
So
They
so
weren't
let's go
married
there.
yet.
Let's go there. Let's go there. Is that okay?
I mean, it depends on your people because everybody don't think something's wrong with strippers. Men have bachelor parties with strippers, and women have bachelor. It depends on your person.
You're doing it in
Everybody
your
don't
home.
consider
You're
that
not in a,
disrespectful.
It
but we're not
depends on your
Everybody
talking
don't
about
moral
in a.
consider that.
compass.
Everybody don't consider that disrespectful.
No.
Everybody don't got morals.
What Sunday is
Oh my
saying I
God.
rock with, what Sunday is saying I rock with, but let's just be real. Even let's say me and my wife didn't have no issue with it. She went to a bachelorette party. I went to, and we both had strippers. Going to a strip club and all of that, that's different now. If she having a bachelorette party at the house, and I
People do
just
Right.
that
so happen to
too.
come home for something. I just so happen to come home from something because it's only bad once you see it. When you don't see it,
For
it's
some
out of
people,
mind
some
type
people
shit.
don't care.
Uh, ain't no, I don't know,
There's plenty
cause
of
if it was
couples that
vice
go to the strip
versa,
club together.
together,
Like
I
some
get
people
that.
don't care
I
about
get
stuff
that.
like that.
I'm not. I said that at the very beginning that I agree with what you're saying that it depends on your person, but it's a little different in my opinion when it's at the house.
That's why I said for some people, yes. For some, no.
Personally, I think it's a little weird anyway. If you're in love with somebody, why would you want to go to some club?
Well,
I'm
well,
50. I'm over 50
Lord.
years old. I've
well,
never been to a club because I feel embarrassed for those women. They
well,
shouldn't
hold on,
have to do that to make a dollar. You see what
hold
I'm
on.
saying?
Say,
That's but like one
hold on,
man
hold on,
said,
hold on.
everybody's different. Of course, I'm just saying my opinion about it.
Okay,
I just
but
don't
here's
see how
my
people
thing.
can do that.
Here's my thing though, concerning this movie. If this man is beating on you toxic and you're supposedly having a bachelor party, why would you do something so disrespectful as to have that bachelorette party at your house where that man lives? If in fact, well, not just if in fact, but you know that this man is hostile and aggressive and abusive, why in the hell would you have a bachelorette party at home? Why?
I never seen the movie, but I'm guessing that it wasn't her idea to
It's
have the
probably a
stripper.
surprise
Somebody just
one.
had to.
Right.
Uh, Because I'm saying I never see because it don't ring a bell, but it sound like to me that it sound like the one of the homegirls had the stripper pop up on her and whatever.
E-
Exactly. It's
Exactly.
usually
And
a
my thing
surprise.
is, you if you know you're in a bad situation, you put everybody out. You do not let anyone pressure you on in that. You
Now
should
you
not
now
be
your
a
family suspicious and asking questions of some shit you trying to hide.
what, say that again?
Now your family suspicious. Why you acting that way? Now they asking questions about shit you trying to hide.
Because you're having a male stripper at your home with your
If
husband.
everybody does
What
not feel that is a thing,
Okay, but then you
yeah.
still have to respect
All
that
I'm
this is
saying
another. I hear you, Sunday, but I'm
all
saying
I'm doing,
that
that's not me
Sunday,
talking.
Sunday.
That's not me. That's not me
Okay,
talking.
okay. Whoever's talking, that's not the thing. The thing is, you know, this person is married or getting married or lives with another person. Why would you think it's okay to be disrespectful to someone else? Why do
Because someone
not hold on.
no.
I'm not talking. I'm trying to clear it up because I know somebody's gonna have a comeback. So let me clear it up real nice. Okay, you know.
All right.
Now, I'm not talking about the
I'm about
woman
to be out
who lives
there.
there. I'm not talking about the woman who lives there. I'm talking
All
about
right,
the
you about to
outsiders.
be at the house?
Why are you comfortable enough to think that it's okay to invite a male stripper to someone else's home?
All right,
What
because
makes you so
everybody
comfortable to
doesn't
do that?
find something wrong with it. People have surprise people with bachelor parties or bachelorette parties at their houses all the time, and
I
have
didn't
strippers
ask you
pop
that.
up, ring
I
the
said,
doorbell, and say, "Hey, turn the
I
music
said,
down, dress like a cop, and
I,
pretend and bust in and strip."
I,
Like people
I
do
said,
that to people all the time at their
I,
houses,
I said, why do you
and no
think it's
one,
okay to do it to someone who has a man? Why do you
because
think that man?
everybody
What
doesn't
makes the?
find something wrong with it. If you don't think
But
nothing's
okay,
wrong with it, you're gonna do it because you don't see anything
okay.
wrong with
So that
it.
means that person, that those people are disrespectful.
Not if you don't think it's disrespectful
It is disrespectful
to
because you don't
you,
even
not to the
know.
next person.
Hold on, Sunday. If you don't even know, then you don't respect that person because you're presuming it's okay.
We don't know what they think they know.
Well, you just said that if they don't think like that, that to me says they have no respect. You would want to at least consider that. Not just think that, oh, I'm gonna do this, this is my girl, and we can do this, this is fine. Then you don't respect that person because you don't even know if they are acceptable of this stuff or not. So you're disrespectful at that point.
I mean, people think they know they homegirls and they friends, so you know
And they might know they homegirl and they friend, but they might not know the dude.
they don't
And
know
in the
him, right?
right,
Because she's hiding
and
the type of nigga he is from her, from them.
yeah, I ain't never seen the movie. So, but not seeing the movie, I got to roll with Paul's perspective. And I know that the movie had to do it for it to be a plot point. You know, I get that and understand that. But from Paul, like what Paul was saying, like if she's hiding the dude because she know the type of dude that he is, as soon as the stripper popped out or the cake or whatever, however the fuck it happened, she should have been like, "Oh nope, party's over, time to go, time to go." Because I know that this
But me
nigga
and
gonna beat my ass if
my
he
friends
catches
ain't
doing
gonna
this
do no
shit.
shit like that because they already know.
Uh, y'all gonna be mad at me, ladies, for my next video that I'm working on.
Mm.
This one ain't. This one is not pandering. My next one I'm working on is how women mistreat men. So I know that's gonna get one view.
Mm.
It's gonna get one view. What y'all want to talk about now, though? Because I didn't had enough of pedophiles and all that other shit.
Mm-mm.
I thought that was Brody. I was gonna say, who is that? You got some
Mm.
mud ducks? You got some mud ducks, mud hens, or quails? But those look like quails. I got a quail farm. I never had quail before. I heard they taste good. Man. Hey, Miss Paula.
Hey,
Hey.
hey, did y'all see that video of that man abusing? I think it's his like stepdaughter or adopted daughter. It says adopted daughter, but I don't know. But
And
I
he was
guess she had
whooping her.
told her to take out the trash or something. And well, I'm gonna find it. I'll post it. In my personal opinion, that man was looking to hit that girl. That man was looking for a reason because she said, all she said was, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just not gonna say nothing. She sat there quiet and he said, you going and he stood over her looking at her. Next thing you know, he just hauls off, grabs her, starts damn near choking her and throwing her on the ground and kicking her, saying, "You don't tell me what you're not gonna do." Like, dog, all she said was, "I'm not gonna say nothing." And he just started kicking and that poor baby. I don't know what she's going through, but I hope she get away from that shit. I'm gonna see if I can find it. That's crazy as fuck to me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be finding these posts when I be saving them, and then it's like, how do I get to this motherfucker? Oh, okay, there it is. Well, maybe it's on Facebook. I thought it was on Instagram.
What y'all on here lying about?
It been crazy today. Where the hell you been? Yeah,
Mind my business.
lucky you.
Who the fuck is this goddamn thing at? I was trying to find this video of this man that he was beating on his like adopted daughter, or stepdaughter or something over some bullshit, taking out the trash. And for me, it just seemed like he was looking for a reason to beat on that little girl, man.
So
Most abusers do look for a reason.
any reason.
Yeah, that little girl didn't say nothing other than "I'm not gonna say nothing else. I don't want to get in trouble." That's all she said.
Mm. I let my kids express themselves as long as they respectful.
I'm looking at my Facebook memories of it, and I don't know if y'all know, but I'm corny than a motherfucker.
We know.
I, wa-
You
I'm
horny?
cornier than I'm
Oh,
cornier than a bag of
corny.
motherfucking corn nuts. I
Oh,
got posts and
corny.
shit that I got posts and shit that say who remembers when people used to care about leap year. I thought that shit was funny to the motherfucker.
When people used to care what?
About leap year.
My oldest was born on leap year. He
I
was
think
born
that
on.
shit was funny to the
He was actually
motherfucker.
born on March 1st on leap year. I went into labor
March.
on February 29th.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's not Facebook. What the fuck? I know I saved that motherfucker.
I'm looking at my Black History post from 9 years ago. Is this cultural appropriation? White people getting waves and wearing do rags and shit.
Yeah, when they been to a black barber.
Pictures of my daughter when she was born because her birthday was yesterday. Yeah, so today she is officially 9 years old and one day old today. No, today the 17th. Yeah. So she's 2 year, 2 days. This would have been the day we brought her home from the hospital. Look at the baby. Oh, look at the little tiny baby. She wasn't no bigger than a loaf of bread.
Mm. That remind me of my daughter Denise, man. That little girl was so small, you damn near hold her in one hand. Now she about as tall as I am and still growing.
Well, ain't you short, Paul?
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why my brothers got the height and I got stuck with the short shit. You know.
That's what my brother be saying.
Speaking of short shit, look at the next thing. this shit on my this is shit on my fucking time, my
But
memories and
see,
shit.
I got three brothers. Two of
Mm.
us is over 6 feet. The other two
Yeah.
is like 5'8", 5'9", or some shit.
Right.
But they be saying the same shit.
Yeah. My middle brother is the tallest of all of us. He's Pop's height. He's like 6'2",
Get
6'3",
your ass out of there.
like
Yeah,
6'2",
see?
6'3". And my
Yeah.
youngest brother is 5'10", 5'11", and I'm the shortest.
See? Now, in my family, it going reverse. Like, the oldest is the shortest. And then only one taller than me is my little brother. He the youngest. And I'm
Yeah.
after him.
Well, see, that's just it. I'm the oldest and I'm the shortest.
Right. I'm 6'2", my little brother 6'3", and the other two are like 5. So, but I don't understand because my dad was like 5'8", but
Right.
all his brothers and all my mother's brothers is tall as shit.
Oh well, then that could explain that. Let's see. Oh, I can't find that bitch. Oh well. And was it threads? I don't know. I
I
think it was
wish you
on
was on the
threads.
phone earlier, Paul. I needed to yell at some motherfuckers.
Well, and I'm at work, man. I ain't fucking with y'all. I'm at work. Fuck that. I want these white people looking at me crazy. You need to go to HR real quick. They want to holler at you.
They want to send you to the mental hospital.
Like that bitch look like? No. Fuck that say. Think I shared it in another group. Hey, y'all motherfuckers dropping off like flies now. What's going on?
I don't know. Y'all not arguing. I guess people want to hear arguing.
Right. Right. Ain't no drama back here. Don't nobody want. Ain't nothing worth coming back here for.
So what y'all was arguing about today? I heard y'all talking about strippers.
Oh, I wasn't here when they did that.
I heard you the most talking about strippers in the house.
Not me. Not today. I ain't
That
been on the
wasn't
call
you?
today. I wasn't on the call today. I just got on. I
No,
mean, I
she's talking
Oh.
came
about the
in.
conversation we were just having about the movie where the Blair Underwood beat the girl up for having a stripper in the house.
Oh yeah.
Like,
What
Did you
movie
see that?
was that?
one of them Tyler
Uh,
Perry movies. I don't think I ever seen that one.
I'm trying to think of the name of it. Um, I don't remember the name of that motherfucker. But he came in, they had the stripper there, and everybody kind of got quiet. And then she was like, okay, y'all gotta go. He said, no, y'all go right on ahead and finish. And she was like, oh, hell no. And her family thought it was cool. And she like, no, y'all gotta go. And when they walked out, he slapped the shit out of her.
He was abusive in that movie. I forget the name of it. Hey. I'm trying to figure out. I forget the name of it.
Man, I'll be saving these videos, and then when I come back, I can't. I guess it says content not available. Somebody must have removed it. Yeah, somebody removed it or something.
It's
Was it
called.
the family
I
reunion
just,
movie?
I just googled it. It says the family reunion. I never seen this shit before.
Oh, that's not what I was looking for. But there's a clip. There's a clip of that circulating on social media, and yeah, I get it. He didn't. My argument is she should have fought hard enough against her family or whoever for bringing that strip in the house. You know what I mean? It's just no, not doing this. You got to go. Yeah, I guess the
He was
strip
one
at.
of them. He was one of them. Oh, baby, I love you. You just so beautiful and everything about you. I adore you. I kiss your feet. And then when you get home, he whipping your ass because he had to talk to you like that in front of his colleagues. Yeah, he was one
I
of
just,
those.
I'm watching a clip from it right now. I guess Medea told her the next time he throw these hot grits on his ass,
Hmm
and she threw some hot grits on his ass. That's the worst, cause hot grits gonna stick to your skin.
Ask Al
Is that
Green if you don't
Kiki
believe it.
Palmer? Look like she about 7 years old. That's Kiki Palmer.
Yeah, she was real young.
Yeah, she got the
Yeah,
cast iron
he
teeth
was
and
one of those
everything.
covertly abusive motherfuckers. Like if that was your best friend, you would never think he was whipping his wife ass. Cause
Right.
he always makes sure to hit her in places where nobody could see. He was one of those. That's why when people be like, "Oh, I know my best friend wouldn't do that," or "I know my friend is not like that." I always tell people, you never really know a person. You barely really ever even know yourself completely.
That video of that man beating on that little girl disturbed the shit out of me, man. It really fucked me up. And then there's another one where the father beat the girl in the fucking garage for supposedly disrespecting his new wife or whatever. I don't what the fuck
Or
is
the
making him?
one, is that the one where they claim she stole money
I'm
and
not
he
sure,
tied
but
her up?
yeah, she was tied up in that garage and he was beat. Man,
Yeah,
that shit,
it
that
was
shit.
about supposedly about money. That was the one incident. And then you talking about the one where he was dragging her by her hair?
I
The other
I don't know
one?
about no money. I know, and one time it was just that she had she called the lady a bitch, and she tried to run out the garage. That's one. And then there was one where just recently the girl was in her room and she recorded it, but he didn't know it to prove that he was abusing her. It started about taking out trash and then supposedly uh either hitting or cussing the lady back or some shit. And the little girl was like, "Well, she hit me," or said something, and all I remember is she said, "I didn't say nothing because I'm tired. Every time I say something, I get in trouble. So I didn't say nothing else. I'm not gonna say nothing else because I just get in trouble." And then he stood there looking at it, and next thing you know, he like yoked her up, threw her on the ground. Come on, I'm tired of you telling me what you not gonna do. Like, dude,
You
she didn't
think he
say she
grown?
wasn't taking
You
out the
think he
trash one
grown with
time.
it? I seen that when he
Like
was
I did not
talking.
hear
He
that
was
young
all
lady
saying
say,
shit
"I'm
like,
not
"You think
taking
he
it out."
grown? You think he
Yeah,
grown?"
like what the fuck is going on with these niggas beating on these little girls like that, man? Or anybody, you know? And shit like that hurt my fucking feelings, man. It really did. Fucking hurt my feelings big time. 'Cause I mean, my daughters got on my nerve, but I don't think I ever yoked them up and threw them on the ground or no shit
Body
like that.
slam their asses and shit, right?
I was watching these story times last night. So these content creators, they put together like they go and they get all the videos. Like if something goes viral, they go and get all of the videos and put them together. Even in oh my god, this one story was really well two
The
was
black
really
man that
crazy.
invented the super soaker finally won his lawsuit against Hasbro,
Good.
and he won $79.2 million settlement.
One
Which ain't
girl,
that ain't enough, but I guess you gotta take what you can.
yeah, the one girl, her father was molesting her. She ended up pregnant by him. And the mother, these is Africans now, but they live here. She was first generation American. And the mother knew about it the whole time, but pretended like she didn't know, but treated her real fucked up because she was more jealous that she would rather be jealous of her daughter than to protect her daughter from her husband, from her father.
I remember back in the days when people first start making these skits on the internet, and the one of them went viral because people thought it was real. It was a woman and her daughter was doing skits, and that was one of the skits that they did. That the daughter was coming to the mama to tell her that her boyfriend
Yeah,
was touching on her, and the mama was like, "He ain't doing nothing to you. You the
yeah,
one
this husband, these
you
aren't
enticing
skits.
him." Yeah.
This guy goes and finds the actual news articles
No,
on
I'm
these
not saying.
subjects
I'm not
before.
saying.
No, I was just saying he goes and find like the coach that slept with the 16-year-old slept with the girl when she was 16. He went and looked for it. The motherfucker was on administrative leave because once she told her story, other girls throughout time started coming forward, and recent ones started coming forward. In
Yeah.
Colorado. Not Colorado. No, the other girl was in Colorado. But
Hey, hey, yo,
this girl, what got me is that in the comments, people was blaming her for being grown. Oh, you were 16, you ain't had no business sleeping with your coach. You knew exactly what you was doing. And she absolutely said, he didn't force me to do anything. She was like, but it doesn't take away the fact that I was 16 and he was a person of authority over me. He took advantage of that. He gave her a drink. He gave her drinks and everything.
oh,
He
yeah,
kind of like, yeah, huh?
he basically fed into her imagination, and like she, like what I'm saying, hear me out, because
Wait.
I'm not blaming her, right? If she acted grown, he said, "Oh, okay, you think you're grown, so I'm gonna treat you like an adult. Go ahead,
No,
come on and have a drink."
that was the women in the comment section saying that she was grown
No,
because she knew what she was doing. That's not the story.
Right, but I'm saying if he was giving her, was he giving her drinks?
No, they was at an away game. And
Oh, okay, okay.
her mother was the type of mother that worked a lot, so he would offer to give her rides
Oh, okay,
home.
got you,
Cause
got
she
you.
in this particular game, on the way home, he was like, "Hey, you want to come to my house?"
Mm.
But he had
Oh, okay.
already been doing little things to lead up to, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? Lead
grooming.
up to
Yeah,
that.
yeah. She might have been acting a little out of there, and instead of him trying to guide her the right way, he just encouraged it and
Wait,
manipulated the
what? Why
situation.
does she have to be acting anyway?
I, well, all I said was, Tanya, if you hear me out, instead of him guiding her in the right direction and or not feeding into it, he used
Feeding
it.
into what though, Paul? Because
All right.
what did I
All right.
say
What
in
you
this
said that that
conversation?
young
Hold
girl, you
on.
said that that young girl said she knew what she was doing. That's what you said.
No,
No,
I
that's what
said
the
she
women in the
didn't. That's
comments were saying.
Okay.
right. That's what the
You
women
said
in the
that
comments were
what did
saying. She
what was the
did
little
say
girl?
he didn't force her.
Okay, so
She's a
if the
grown
so
woman now.
okay,
She's
so hold
30
on.
something years old now.
Okay, so now listen to it. If he didn't force her, what does that say?
That doesn't mean she was
I'm not
acting
making an
grown though.
excuse. That doesn't mean that she was acting innocent. And I'm not
But
blaming
you know,
her.
this
I'm
is the
not
thing what
blaming
they were
her, Tanya.
saying.
You're
She
too
was saying
busy hearing that. You're hearing it wrong. You're not
be,
let. I don't think you're fully understanding what I'm trying to say. I don't think you really are. I think you think I'm trying to victim shame, and I'm not. I said if she was acting grown because she said she wasn't forced. That means
because I
she
just told you
understood.
that he was doing little
Right, and I'm only
things
going on
that
what you said.
listen, Paul.
My God.
I said, listen, Paul. I said he had been doing little things to lead up to that moment, which means he was grooming her up until that moment. Not that she was coming on to him or any of that. It started with a little subtle hand brush. Then she's in the locker. She played sports. He was the coach. She's in there doing the jerseys for the team. He come in there like kind of rub himself against her while she's bent over at the dryer. Little things like that. And this is a young girl who not only her father took her virginity, her cousin raped
Oh,
her.
so she was already traumatized. So she didn't see nothing wrong with it. She just thought it was a part of life type shit.
Right.
Right.
And all
That's
up
sad.
exactly. That's my point. That's my point. So
What?
I'm not blaming her. All I'm saying is that while she was in that mode of mind frame where she was, all these things had already happened to her, instead of the coach trying to guide her and tell her, no, this is not what I don't want nothing like that, and taking
She
him under.
never came on to the coach. See,
I
this is
didn't say
no, hold
she
on.
did.
Hold on. But what you okay, Timothy, is am I bugging? Is he framing it like she came on to the coach and he should have been like, I don't want nothing like this? Or was the coach
No,
coming on to her? Because the coach was coming on to her the whole time.
I'm not framing it as her coming on to him, Tanya.
Paul, what did you just say?
I said instead of him trying to feed into whatever it might appear, instead of him saying, hey, I don't want nothing like this. Hey, I'm just trying to be a father figure and guide her in a right way. He manipulated. That's what I've been saying.
But what I'm
Every
saying to
time
you is
I
what
can't even get the
okay.
word manipulate out before you fucking interrupted.
But Paul, you have to hear how it sounds. And I
No,
think
I
anybody
know I'm
listening,
trying, but
listen,
Tanya, you
relax.
have to understand that I am trying to explain a perspective as opposed to what you think I'm saying.
No,
I may
because what
not
I'm saying,
articulate it. I may
right.
not
I'm not
articulate it
arguing
very
with
well.
you.
I
What all
may
I'm
not
saying is
articulate.
that it would be no reason for him to say to her, "Oh, I don't want this.
I
I'm trying
didn't,
to be a
that's not,
father figure." Listen, listen,
again, that's not what I'm trying
listen.
to
That's all I'm
articulate.
saying. It
That's
would be no reason for him to say that to her, right? If
all right.
unless
Obviously, Tanya, he saw something in that little girl, in that young girl's behavior for him to even attempt it.
Well,
That's all I'm
apparently he's
saying.
just a predator because all these girls then came forward over years, over
All I'm saying is
time.
most predators look for and you can ask them, they look, there's things they look for, right?
I know
And
that.
certain behaviors, right? So all I'm saying is that there's something he saw. And instead of but because he's a predator, he's not gonna think like somebody like myself or Tim.
You know what I think he
Right?
saw? You know what I think he saw? That her mother was never around.
Well, it's more than that.
I don't know. I would say that, and I don't know the situation. I ain't read the article. I'm just going off of what you
I
guys are
think it's
saying
seen
right
that
now.
her mother was never around because her mother
Well,
didn't come to games. Her
well,
mother
not
didn't.
that's a
Her
part
mother
of it, but I
wasn't
would
like
say
right. She wasn't supervised well.
that that's a part of it. One, but since the fact that all of these other girls came in, that's evidence of a pattern. And predators know how to recognize their victims. So I dig what Paul is saying. He seen something in her to where he knew, oh yeah, she one I could get. He saw the cracks in the armor, and he was able. So he knew he could get away with it, and so that's why it started with gentle. It started with the brushes on the arm and bumping against the waist, and just to see if she gonna be like, "Hey, Mr. Coach, such and such, what the fuck you doing?" When that didn't happen, he was like, "Oh, okay, this is what it is. I know what's up." And it was
But
easier. And it was
even with
easier
that,
because her mama wasn't around, so that made it easier.
but
Oh, you want to come to my
I
house?
think
She could have
I
said
think
no,
even
but she didn't.
I think even with that, right? They test the waters. They don't have to necessarily see something. They test the waters subtly at first. Because if you listen, I'll send you the story. If you listen to the story, that's exactly what she did. But she was honest with the fact that, he didn't force her to do anything. She just, in hindsight, as an adult now, it's you overstepped your boundaries as a person of authority in my life.
I'm
Like
just
shit weird.
trying to understand. Well, my whole thing is this. The whole
It was
he
just the
didn't force me.
comments
I'm
that
like, because I understand he didn't force me.
the people.
Right, but the whole he didn't force me thing is because I'm like, so because this is where I see the comments making sense. So
Well,
because
get your
me hear
peanut llama
me
bean head
hearing it,
ass out the camera.
me hearing it secondhand and not knowing the whole ins and outs, I can, just from what I'm hearing, I can understand how some people would have that perspective of, okay, well, if he didn't force you, then that mean, then they're going to infer that that's something that she wanted to
I
do.
just think that when it comes to predators, right? When it comes to predators, too many people side with the predator against the victim, regardless of
Yeah,
because as a grown
I can
ass
agree with that.
coach, you ain't supposed to be fucking on no
Fucking
16
on
year
no
old
kids,
girl
absolutely,
that you're
absolutely,
the coach of.
absolutely. I 100%
Because even if
agree.
she was throwing a pussy at him, he was supposed to call her parent, report to the school, have them sit down, counsel. He wasn't
Yeah,
supposed to, you know what I mean? But
yeah. If she
yeah,
right, because if she throwing the pussy,
Distance himself from her. That's what another thing.
right.
So that's the point I was trying to make. But for some reason, and maybe it has a lot to do with you having the feeling and the arguing with other folk
no,
that want to
Paul, you
make the.
should really hear how it sound. You wasn't
I'm not, but I'm
articulating
not going to
it
change how I said it.
correctly.
But I
No,
because I
yeah,
don't think
because
you were
the way
being
you
fair
said
enough
it.
to me to let me explain it. I think it
No,
was
brother,
triggering
I'm
for
not
you.
being funny. No, because you know why I was triggering? Because you was making it seem the way that you were saying that he should have said X, Y, and Z. There would have been no reason for him to say X, Y, and Z because it wasn't happening that way.
But again, based on what I'm hearing, if the young lady said she wasn't forced, what does that infer? And that's not to blame her, Tanya, but what does it infer? She wasn't
Right.
forced.
No, it doesn't. At first, she threw her pussy at him.
But I'm asking you.
That's
But I'm
not what it
asking you.
that's
Okay,
not
but
what it
what? Okay,
infers.
so then what does it infer then? So that
That
I
means
don't
he
come
didn't
off
have to
saying
drag her by her
I
fucking
didn't
hair,
ask you that.
caveman, rape her, take her clothes, snatch her clothes off. That's what that means.
What? No, no. What does it infer that she wasn't forced? What does that say? What does that sound? What does that mean to you? What, when you hear her say, I wasn't forced, what does that look like to you? Forget me, how
She
I'm a
just
twist, how
explained.
you
She
think I
just
might
said what
twist
she
it.
said it looked like to her, Paul. She just said so that she literally just said to her that means that he didn't have to rape her. He didn't have to throw her on the ground, tie her up, slap her in the face, and say, "You're gonna get this dick," or no shit like that.
Right. So
It
she
sounds like
wasn't
she
raped.
gave it to
So
him willingly. So it sounds like she
no,
gave it
no,
to
no,
him
because she
willingly.
Tanya said she didn't say that. She didn't say that either. That's
She didn't
what I'm
say
asking her.
what.
She,
What is that?
well, that's the opposite of
That she
force is
gave it to him
willingly.
willingly.
Yeah, that's what not force means.
Right. But Tanya's saying that doesn't mean that she gave it to him.
Yeah, but I also said a series of things. I said he did little things that led up to that point, which means he was grooming, right?
Right.
He was
I
grooming.
acknowledge that.
So in grooming, where does it get to him saying, "Hey, little girl, I'm here for a father figure. You shouldn't be doing these things." He never needed to say any of those things because he had been grooming her all along.
I got so many questions, like, because him being a coach, he got access to her personal file at school. Did he know that she was molested by her daddy? It's
No,
just so
I
much.
don't think so. I
It's
don't
just so
think so.
I got so many questions because all of stuff like that. Like I said, because like I said, predators they be knowing who they can and who they can't prey on. So that's what I'm saying. I wonder how much of that shit was going on. And like you said, I agree. He saw that the mama wasn't around a lot. She was a latchkey kid and had a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, check this, Tanya. You say she wasn't throwing a pussy. Okay, fair. Tim said it wouldn't it's not necessarily she gave it, but she didn't stop him either. So again, if she wasn't forced, what does that look like
So
happen?
when you have you do know that there's a lot of girls out here that lost their virginity, right? I'm only just asking you this question. It has nothing to do with this particular case. There's a lot of girls out here for many, many decades, maybe even centuries, that lost their virginities or had sex with men because they were afraid to say no. You do know that happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But by her
So
own admittance, she wasn't forced. And nor do we know if she said at this. Now you're saying this happened when she was a kid, and she's an adult now.
yeah,
Okay,
she's 16.
she's
She
old
was
enough to
16
know
at the
she
time.
right. So she's old enough to use her words and say, "Nor was I afraid." She didn't say that either. She just said I wasn't forced.
She told her truth. But so in the story, right? In the story, I mean, he didn't have to force her. When I hear force, I hear taking, right? That's what I hear. I hear taking. He took it, right? So he wasn't forced, but it still doesn't negate the fact that this is where I get, maybe this is where I don't understand people's mindset because it still doesn't negate the fact that this grown ass man took advantage of this little girl.
And I'm not trying to make an excuse for him. What I was trying to say, and the reason why we're stuck where we are is because you're trying to infer that I'm saying she's
No,
not.
I already had said, listen, Paul, you have to listen to your line of questioning,
I
right?
didn't
And I had
know.
already, hold on, I had already said that the women in the comment section were saying certain things. You turned around and used that where Timotheus had to step in and said, no, Paul. She said, this is what the women were saying.
Right. And I asked.
So
So
this is
upon
why, no, you didn't ask. So this is why I felt like at first you were trying to make excuses for this man.
no,
You
I
were
did
trying
not
to
because you wouldn't
infer.
even let
Hold
me
on,
finish it.
listen. Timotheus had to stop you and tell you that wasn't what happened.
No,
You
I
were
think
using what I said as a line of
what
questioning, Paul.
okay. So again, I'm gonna say this again. When I said what I said, is me trying to understand what happened in this story. It wasn't about people blaming her, right? I wasn't saying anything about what somebody blamed her about. I was
No, you
going,
said what
Tanya,
you
Tanya,
said
come on now,
was
stop. You
no,
already
because
said it.
I
You
want
don't have to
Timothy
keep
to.
saying it.
I
You
want
don't have,
Timothy. No, no, no,
listen,
no, no. I want
I don't,
Timothy
I
to agree.
heard
I
you
want
say
Timothy
it.
to tell you what you did.
Timothy's
No, I said.
silence
Hold
was
on.
enough of an agreement
Listen,
for you,
for
for
we
me.
not
I don't need him
arguing.
to say it no more.
For we not
I don't
arguing,
need
but
him to
you
say
don't
it. That was
realize
enough
what
for
you said.
Tanya.
Paul, can
Tanya,
I just
I'm not
explain to
gonna.
you what you
No,
said?
no,
Can
you
I
cannot
explain to
because
you
I
what you
know
said?
what I
You didn't
said.
question me. You didn't
I know
question
what
me.
I
You
said.
said this
Tanya,
girl said she
Tanya.
was grown. You said this girl said she was grown.
No, I
You said,
did
yeah,
not.
this girl. Yes,
No, I
you did. You,
didn't.
let me go get it.
No, I
Let me
didn't
go
say
get
that.
it. Let me go
No, I
get
did.
it.
Yeah, go get it.
Let
Go
me go
get it.
get it. Let me
Go
go
get
get
it.
it.
Go get it.
Because
And
Timothy,
quote,
that's why Timothy,
play it
that
back.
is why Timothy said no,
Run it
Paul.
back.
She didn't say that. The
Tanya,
women
Tanya,
in the
enough
comment
talk.
section said
Enough
that.
talk. Run it back,
Yeah,
please.
okay.
Enough talk. I'm tired of y'all. Run it
I
back.
gotta
Just
see
run it
what
back.
she playing
I'm
it
sick
at.
of this. Run it
I
back.
gotta see what she playing it. Cause I'm not even arguing with you, and you like, I was trying to correct you because you got it wrong. But you know,
Okay. Okay,
okay.
let's say I got it wrong. So when I did try to get it right, you would not let go of what you thought I got wrong the first time. And I kept trying to reiterate what I meant to say, but you would not allow me to say that because you were stuck on what I initially said that you said I said. So with sometimes a person is not even allowed to make a correction within themselves
I'll be
to
right back.
everybody.
I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, because too oftentimes y'all are so busy trying to stick with the first thing a person said rather than allow someone to say, you know what, I made a mistake, so let me correct it. This is what I'm trying to say. Don't happen back here. Too much of a gotcha moment with you people.
All right, I was on mute because I was talking to a
She,
customer. What happened now?
I
I did
said
what?
that the woman, that the
What I
girl,
do? What did I
she
do?
said that you had to correct me and said I don't know, something about you correcting me on something I said.
Well, I did say that it was the women in the comments were the ones that were saying that the little girl was since she was 16, she
Right.
knew what she was
But I
doing and
never,
that type of shit.
right. But did I don't recall me saying the little girl thought she was grown. That wasn't my, I don't believe that was my response. I don't believe. Now, I might have said that, but that is not me saying, oh, she thought she was grown. I'm saying, okay, I get that. But by her acting the way she did, and she should not have been, that man should, what I also see, that man should not have done. But you're coming off like you're blaming, I'm not blaming her. I'm saying based on, because Tanya said something about, or somebody said something about the little girl being touched by other family. And I said, oh, well,
Yeah.
then that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what
She's
because
acting,
when Tanya said that the little girl had lost her virginity to her father, that's why I asked the question. Like I wonder if the dude being the coach, he might have access to her file at the school, so he might know that, and he might, and that's what I'm saying because predators be knowing who they can and who they can't prey upon.
right. And all I'm simply saying is that if she has been molested by then that would explain a certain her behavior. Because obviously, for this man to think he can do that, he had to see something in her, a behavior pattern or something. Predators just don't
And
go
that's
after
the part,
random people.
and that was the part where she took uh her issue is that the little girl may not it she didn't have to be doing something for him to see that it may not be nothing she was doing. she she took that as maybe you meant the little girl was flirting or something like that, but that's
No, it ain't had to be. It ain't had to be with her. It could with him. It could if he see her flirting with little boys, talking a certain way to little boys. I'm telling you, as a bus driver, I've heard the conversations these little boys and little girls have. But not one time have I ever thought to myself, oh yeah, you trying to, oh yeah, I don't think like that. But I've heard, I'm telling you, for my 13 years as a bus driver, I've heard the shit these little girls and boys be saying to each other. And I'm talking middle school kids. I'm not saying she necessarily flirted with the coach, but if he's overheard her talking to some girl or the other girls talking, and listen, these children, they talk about some wild shit. They talk about some wild shit. And me having to be a bus driver, like, hey, cut that shit out. What is wrong with you? Don't talk like that. Watch your mouth on my bus. So if he saw something, whatever it was, I don't know, that was enough for him to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna try to get that. I heard something about drinks and shit. That's why I said, oh well, he offered her drinks because she might have been acting grown. So if you or no, he
Yeah, I
offered her
don't
a
know what
drink
a
because
drink.
in
I
his
don't know what
mind,
that.
she's acting grown, so he wants to offer her a drink since she want to act grown. I wasn't saying that she was necessarily acting grown, but in his mind, oh, you think you grown? Okay, well let me see. Come on and do grown folk stuff. That's what I was trying to say.
And if well, I didn't hear the part about the drink or whatever. But if he invited her to his house, she agreed to go willingly, so he didn't kidnap her. Again, I'm not saying any of this to justify or say anything this man did is wrong. I'm just laying out
So
the
the facts,
information that I've been told. I'm just
I'm back.
laying out what I've been told. Yeah,
like
I'm just
I'm
laying
back.
out what I've been told. All right,
okay.
okay, okay. So I'm just laying out what I heard or what I understand. In no way am I saying any of this to justify or say that the man is not wrong or nothing. But from what I understood from what Light was saying is that after a sporting event, he offered to take her home like normally because the mama don't be around. He's asked the little girl on the way home if she wants to go to his house. The little girl said yes, so he didn't kidnap her. I'm guessing something. What did you say like that? When they got there, he offered her a drink, or so she said she offered him a drink, her a drink. So that
Mm-hmm.
sounds like so him offering her a drink to me is let me get her comfortable, and and like you were saying earlier, Paul, there's a lot of missing things that we don't know. At school she might have been fat, she might have had a reputation, and we don't know because for whatever reason she was comfortable enough to have sex with this grown ass man.
Now listen, here we go.
Yeah, she might have been acting a little out of there, and instead of him trying to guide her the right way, he just encouraged it and
Wait,
manipulated the
what? Why
situation.
does she have to be acting anyway?
Well, all I said was, Tanya, if you hear me out, instead of him guiding her in the right direction and or not feeding into it, he used
Feeding
it.
into what though, Paul? Because
All right.
what did I
All right.
say
What
in
you
this
said that
conversation?
young girl,
Hold
you
on.
said that young girl said she knew what she was doing. That's what you said.
No,
No,
I
that's what
said
the
she
women in the
didn't. That's
comments were saying.
Okay.
right. That's what the
You
women
said
in the
that
comments were
what did
saying. She
what was the
did
little
say
girl?
he didn't force her.
Okay, so
She's a
if the
grown woman now.
okay,
She's
so hold
30
on.
something years old now.
Okay, so now listen to it. If he didn't force her, what does that say?
That doesn't mean. Okay, so I just wanted to prove that you took what I said and um you hung up. Why you ain't tell me you
Yeah,
hung
he
up?
left. I had to listen to that because it's funny when you play a nigga words back.
Nah,
I was
Timothy,
on
you
mute
kind of see what I'm
dying.
saying, where it was like every sentence was like as if it was her.
Right. From what I heard in that clip, right. It was her fault. Um, why isn't it a thing where that's why I said earlier when I was having this conversation, when it was a real good one with Timotheus and Tone, I was like, base in the call, I was just like, basically, look, you got to sit both of them down. You got to sit the girl down and the guy and figure out what's going on and ask questions. Hey, is your mental health all right? Why are you doing this? Because you got to hear from the horse's mouth. And then that way you can engage the situation properly. And Tim was
Pops.
building on that along the lines too of saying that, like, I'm going to go have dinner with him. I'm going to go see intentions. I already know what my daughter on, but I still may have a conversation with her. Because, I mean, shit, like,
This is
yeah.
a different conversation about something else, though. This is
Oh, okay.
that context doesn't go with what we're talking about now. What we're talking about now is a lady that came back later that she's grown and said that she was had sex with her coach in high school. Warm in here.
Like you
No, and I
something else.
wasn't
You play them
accusing.
birds back. We ain't gonna see Paul for 3 Sundays.
No, I don't even think he heard it.
He didn't. As soon as you was playing, he left. Like
Well, he's
10
at
seconds
work.
in.
He's at work, so
That's true.
I think it's once you hear me say that she said this man didn't force her, it's automatically oh yeah, she wanted it. Or she, or no, not that she wanted it, but it's automatically she gets the blame for it.
And I keep telling people it's a such thing as coercion. Coercion does exist. That is
Grooming does exist.
situational.
All of these things exist.
You see what I'm saying? Right.
And he was grooming that fucking girl
When you're grooming somebody, that's coercion.
as a coach, a basketball coach. And she was the star player of the team.
Let me hit y'all with some pseudo shit right now. See, that's when you get married, you're supposed to get married to younger women than you are. That's why they call the husband the groom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get the
So
fuck out
technically, you're
of here.
supposed to get groomed, but
Yo,
getting
but
groomed by
check
your
this
husband,
shit
getting groomed
out.
by
No, 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 no,
a
no. That
man or a
makes
woman
you.
while you're
You
a
said it
child
was
is two
pseudo,
different things.
but that shit absolutely makes sense.
But it makes sense though.
The
That's why
groom, yeah.
that's why he's called the groom. Because he's
Bride and the
supposed to
groom.
marry a younger woman.
Bribery.
And that's why and bride is just a mispronunciation for bribe. Because that's why you gotta pay a dowry. Because that's the
Mm-hmm.
bride.
Bribery. You gotta do
She's the
you
bride.
you
She
gotta do a
bri-
million and one things on the
the
wedding
daddy
day.
is bribing you out of your money by offering you his daughter. So bride is just a mispronunciation, a mistranslation for bribe.
Mm-hmm. No, real talk, Till,
Timotheus, get
because
the
think
fuck
about this,
out of
and she
here.
doing
Yeah.
it too. I done heard women say you gotta buy me a $10,000 ring. So now this ain't a relationship no more.
Oh my god.
So I said that's some good pseudo right there. That's some good pseudo.
That's some good pseudo. We can get pseudo. Cause I knew a guy, he said he bought his woman a $10,000